Alrighty guys, so we're getting ready to use the minivan on a few errands. I got just all of them taken to the parts store to recycle it or dump it or whatever they call it. So we'll put it in here. Oh me, 3 gallons or 5 quarts. So we'll run up there and get that done. I got a few errands to run while I'm there. You finish cleaning this van out. Too much going on. We'll get it though. We'll get it. I'm gonna go up the road here. Okay, we took the oil to the recycling place and went by the parts store. Picked up some steel wool. More about that later. I got a project in mind for that, and I got a couple of cans of paint. This is for the new Imperial I bought, the drag car, and I always keep gloss black, semi-gloss black around. So, and once again, the little minivan paid off. Made another trip. All right, folks. So it's time to change the oil on the minivan, the little 03 Dodge minivan. And from the last time I was under here, this thing has developed a hellacious leak. It's terrible now. Look at that. It almost looks like the oil filter's loose, but if you look a little closer, it's up above the oil filter. So I'm thinking it's that valve cover gasket. I can actually smell it when I get to a stoplight, so it's pretty bad. I need to fix that. Anyway, I ordered an oil filter off Amazon. I went by the local parts store, and they had this PF53 thing from AC Delco and a Motorcraft, and I bought a Motorcraft one, but I just wouldn't, I don't know, it just didn't look right, long and skinny. And then this PF53, this is exactly what the local auto parts store had, but look at how small it is compared to the other one. And that's what it says on the box, PF53, right there. And the box obviously is correct for this. You can't put much bigger filter in there than that, so I'm guessing that's correct. I don't know. I got the Motorcraft one, but I might as well go ahead and use this one. I bought it off Amazon. I hate sending stuff back to buy online. I hate sending stuff back, period. So I guess I'll screw that one on there. I don't sign the world that's going to work. I just don't. I don't sign the world that's going to work. But let me go grab the Motorcraft one so I'll have a backup. I'm going to look at it. I'll be right back. All right, guys. It's change oil in the minivan day. It's overdue by a ton. Right on the top up here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can y'all see that? There you go, 185 on 218. So on February 18th of 22, had 185,000. It's got about 100 and I think that's when I was due the next oil change, and it's got quite a bit more than that now. Let me get my key out. I'll show you how much more. The battery went dead in it, by the way. I got to get this short fixed. Let's see here. Yeah, it's dead in hell. That's right, I got it unhooked. I was going to charge it. It's like 188,000, something like that. Just shy of 188. So it's way past its oil change. The reason that happened is I quit driving it as much. At least I thought I did. I think when I quit driving, it was getting close to being, I think it hit 187, so it was about 2,000 over. But that was back in July, August. It was hot as the dickens. So, let me go see if I got that other filter though. Okay, so the FL300 is what they sold me at the local parts store here in town. And that's what Rock Auto also says. Now I've been went on to service the van today. I checked the coolant, and it was really good. This van had a terrible coolant leak about this time last year, and it wasn't a problem in the winter, in the summer. I mean, because in the summertime I was going through water. But when it started getting cold, I had to start putting antifreeze in, and I was going through a half a gallon of antifreeze every week. So I went and got this stuff here, and it took a bottle of this and a half, but I mean, it was pouring out, but that fixed it. I haven't put water in this van all year. I'm serious, all year I have not put water in this van. And I think we can open it up. I'll let it run a few minutes to circulate, get the oil hot. You can see it's a little down there, it's a little ways down, but it wouldn't hurt to put some more in it, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I checked the antifreeze. It's floating 4 bubbles, which is like 20 below. It won't never get 20 below here. It might get down to 5 above, but it won't never go negative. This part of the country. And it's very unlikely to get to 5. It typically gets low teens in the winter, in January, so at night. And even then, it's only for a little few days. So yeah, you can see the oil leak from the valve cover right there. It's really gotten worse. So we got to get that fixed. Power clean, the power wash the engine off. Runs like a champ. And I'm sure it's low on oil, but so let's get that oil changed. So I've got that AC Delco PF53 sitting on top of the Motorcraft FL300. You guys asking, why in the world are you putting this stuff on a Mopar? Well, you know, it's an old wore out Mopar. It's worth about $300. But the sealing ring lines up. So I guess that is the right filter. I'm gonna try it. What the hell? I'm gonna throw this in the van just as a spare. And after a few hundred miles of no problems, I'll put it back on the shelf. But if I have an issue, I can at least throw a filter on it. Okay, so let me throw this in the van and kind of keep it as a backup, just in case. Sit it right here with my other pile of junk. I got the van loaded up with trash, so I went to the trash dump and I got my trash cans in here. And the trash dump was closed. We got a weird sanitation department around here. I need to fix that today if I can. But yeah, the sanitation where you drop off, they don't open like 3 days a week. This tire here, it's close. It may be technically wore out, but I think I can get another 1,000 miles out of it. This one back here, probably could get another 2 or 3. And that's where my luck ends. This tire here is pretty bad. Yeah, you can tell it's been running low. Yeah, it went flat on me. It was leaking down, so I had to get that fixed. Fixed that myself, by the way. Saved me some money there. I have stuff to do that with, just don't have time. And this one here, I don't know, it's down to the wear bars right here. Where was the wear bar at? I saw it somewhere. There we go, right there. Oh God, if I can get down here. That's called a wear bar. Man, I can't get down, it's so rocky. Here we go, here's one a little closer up. It's 32nd maybe, for being even with that wear bar, so this technically probably wore out. So I gotta make a decision. I gotta get this short fixed. I got the heater going good, get this short fixed and get this valve cover fixed. I can continue to ride this van and I can sink another $400 in tires on this thing, I guess. Go ahead and get all 4 at the same time and get an alignment done on it. Oh God, I ain't gonna get an alignment done. The more I drive it, I bet I won't put 1,000 miles a year on this van now. So let me just fix the oil leak in the short, and then put tires on it sometime this winter. All right, while that oil's draining, I'm gonna surf the net for a few minutes. And again, guys, the reason I do these kinds of videos, I know this is a classic car channel, but I want to show you that you can do this stuff yourself and save you some money. So we got this old van here that I don't want to get rid of. Now what I'm doing right here, I'm gonna just put a little oil on this sealing ring. Hard to do this with one hand. I don't feel like breaking out the little mini tripod. So we put a little oil on this seal. Probably putting too much on it, but that's okay. And we'll stick it on up in there. And you don't tighten these with the wrench, you tighten them by hand. I am not the most flexible guy in the world. Okay, we got it up in there. Get it to start. There we go. For a second there, And I didn't check to make sure the old ring came off, but I will here in just a second. All right, you just gotta get it snug like that. Now let's look. Yeah, the old ring is still on this filter, so we're good there. If that had stayed on this engine block, then it would leak like crap when you fired it up. So I always check for that too, guys. All right, guys, let me turn you off for a second here again. Okay, guys, I'm getting ready to do something really super high tech. You won't even see John Force's team doing this. They don't even know about this, I bet. So I got this can of O'Reilly's brake parts cleaner, and we got a little brake pad right here. See this wire coming down right here, and that wire coming down goes to this starter. That's really a brake pad. It identifies as a starter wire, but it's really a brake pad. So what we're going to do is try to clean some of that oil off that thing, because I don't want to have a issue. I don't know how good this is working. I know one thing, it's a splattering back on me pretty good. So there you go. See that? You saw that on Bob's Classic Cars and Parts. High tech as it can get right there, guys. Clean. Lord have mercy. Look at that. Well, that didn't clean back that far back, but I think I just don't know what to do. I should charge you guys double for watching that. No, and all kidding around, guys. When you have a oil leak like that you can't get to quite yet, it's not a bad idea just to blow the oil off of it. Hopefully I can get it this next weekend. I hope so. It's yeah, it gets dark now pretty early, and we'll see. But if I can get that valve cover leak fixed, it doesn't appear to be one on the backside. It's not near as bad. Probably is, but if I can get that valve cover fixed next week, we'll next weekend, maybe we'll power wash this bad boy off. I got a dent in my damn oil pan right there. Good Lord, I hit something. If it was dented out, then I'd have to figure a rod came loose, but it runs too good for that. Matter of fact, I think I'll mount the camera to the window tomorrow. We're gonna go to the landfill, not the landfill, but the trash dump tomorrow. And I'll show you how good this thing runs, because I'm always bragging about it. All right, folks, so I just got oil in it. We're gonna fire it up. Let's reconnect my battery. I got this high-tech quick disconnect system going on here. Sounds like the battery's dead. A lot of times it'll click and it didn't click. Got a bad feeling we're gonna be putting the jumper on it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It's gonna start up. I don't think it's gonna start up, guys. Nope, dead as the wind. Hold on, let me get the battery charger. Be right back. All right, I got it on start mode, 200 amp. Nothing smoking. Let's see what happens here. Guess she'll start up. Oh me, I think she'll start up now. Oh yeah. Let me cut that battery back while we're letting it run. Let it run for a minute or two and circulate. Let's cut it back to a 2 amp. Right here. Just let it charge for a little bit. The alternator's charging it, but let's check to see if we got any leaks. Checking. I don't hear any knocking. Nothing's ripping. Let it run for a minute and we'll check the oil. I think I got to add another half a quart. Oh yeah, I was gonna give you the mileage. 187, 482. I was wrong. Can y'all see that? 187, 482. I know it's doing that. I don't know why these cameras do that. So I got to change that up here. I'm gonna put 3,000 miles back, so it'll be 180. Add 3 to that. That should be 195. 190,500. Excuse me. Let it run a little bit. I'm gonna check the oil. Okay, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna try to fix this. I don't know if you guys can see down in there. Probably can't. But there you go. It's just a regular Phillips head screw. See that? So So let me grab a screwdriver and back that screw out. All right, I got the oil changed and I'm working on this side cover for the seats. What I think I'm gonna do, I took the screw out and got this piece here off. You see I put the screw back in. I am going to try to glue this back right here like that. Let me see what I got. And I'll let it set for a few days. Maybe sometime this week we'll put it back together. Okay, so I went into my little trusty cabinet that I keep my chemicals and stuff in, and I found this stuff. It's made by 3M. It's plastic emblem and trim adhesive. It says it dries quick and clear, strong bond, interior or exterior use. All kind of fine print. And as you roll the tube up, you hide the fine print. Some of it. Something about wait 12 hours to confirm. I think that's to make sure it's not going to damage the plastic. I could care less. I don't think it's going to damage it, but if it does, it does. So, I don't know. Of course, it's flammable. Don't put it in your eyes and don't put it in other places. Don't put it on your cigarettes, that kind of stuff. So I'm not planning on doing none of that. I'm going to put it on this little piece right here. That's what I'm planning on doing. So you don't say I can't do that. So let's proceed. I'm probably going to have to hold it in place for a little while. But, yeah, let's proceed. Well, as you can see, I am proceeding. You know, I've only been on it for a few seconds, so let me proceed a little longer. Well, I got tired of proceeding, so I decided I came up with this idea. Most of my ideas don't work, but maybe this one will. I decided to get some tape, hold it over with some tape. That seems to be working. I don't know. Anyway, while we're sitting there waiting on that, any of you guys boxing fans, did you see the last night? Deontay Wilder was taking on his old sparring mate, Helenius. And Helenius is a good fighter, but Deontay Wilder is no joke. He's got knockout power, one punch knockout power, and he did in the first round. And it didn't look like a clean, solid punch. He just kind of was overhand right. Like he kind of threw it just to kind of keep him off of him. Hit him right on the temple, and his lights went out, man. I hate to see guys that get, I mean, he was out cold. And it's, you know, you always wonder kind of damage that does to a guy's brain. But took a few minutes, but he got up. But man, that Wilder is no joke if you're into heavyweight boxing. That just makes Tyson Fury that much more impressive, because he got knocked down, I think, 4 times by Wilder. They fought 3 times, and wow, that's just amazing. Wilder is no joke. I'm glad to see he's back. He's too good of a fighter to retire. He was pondering retirement, I believe, what I read. And I'm glad he's back. He's an awesome fighter. Seems to be a pretty cool guy too. So anyway, we're proceeding here. So I'm gonna turn you loose a little bit. I got something else I can fix. We'll get on that and we'll come back to this. Okay guys, so I noticed while I was up under here changing the oil, this little piece of plastic has come loose, and it was falling. It was rubbing all on my shoulder. Get off my shoulder, get off my shoulder. I'm trying to do work here. It wouldn't get off my shoulder. It insisted to stay there, so pin has come out. And look what I found. Something tells me that's the pin. It was inside the car. Now, how it got from there to inside the van is a mystery. But it was. So it was laying right in the cup holder. So I'm thinking it must have fell out the last time I was up under here. Looks like I'd have heard that flapping or something. But anyway, anyhow, that looks like the pin. So let's see if we can't pop it back in. And I'm checking. I don't have any leaks or anything. Everything looks good. Yeah, I mean, the valve cover's still leaking. But so let's put this back in. Okay, folks. So it's been about I don't know. Let's see. Today's Thursday. About 4 or 5 days. It's looks like that's set up pretty good. God, I hope so. See if we can get this tape off. That seems to have worked. And yeah, man, that's coming right on off. I don't know. Let's see here, what do we got here? Yeah, I guess. Let's put it on and see what happens. I'm gonna turn you off just for a second here while I get this screwdriver. And let's see if we put the screw back in. Yeah. I got to switch it to a Phillips. It's got a regular blade on it, so flat blade. So turn it off just for a second. Alrighty, so I went on and took the screw out. Probably I don't have my tripod handy, so I'm out here in the driveway. So we're gonna just stick this up here. Looks like there's supposed to be a screw here too. So we may what's going on there? Clearly there's supposed to be something. I'm gonna turn you off again while I see if I can figure out something's come loose here too. I'm not sure where that goes. I don't see a hole. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, it's on there, but look what happened. As soon as I started tightening the screw up, that thing just twisted right off. Poof. So that goop glue, it ain't worth a damn on this repair. So I went on and found a screw, one of these. Just happened to have that in my little makeshift toolbox, so I got that to go in there. That was deep. And then right here, I know that looks like crap, but it holds it. It's on there. Feels like there needs to be another one down here somewhere still, but it's a crude makeshift repair, but this is a crude makeshift van. Everything about it. I mean, look up here. It's just, even up here I did something like that. Put a big long screw with a washer on it. So we're just trying to get this thing looking respectable, not restoring it. I bought this tool right here at Tractor Supply probably about 5 years ago. It was on that little table when you walk in the door. I don't know if you guys know what a Tractor Supply is, but it's a agricultural hardware type store. And that's probably $9.99 deals, Chinese crap. But I said, you know, it's got all these different sockets, and for some reason I was thinking the sockets came out and would attach, you know, and it's ratcheting, switch it back and forth, on, off, lefty, righty. But I can't get the sockets to come out. So what I end up doing, just simply, that's what I was doing right there, and just turning it. And that's what I've used it for. So it's pretty handy to have. But why in the world? I don't know. I don't know how to get the sockets out, so I don't think they come out. I think they're made into it. But I guess if you had an extension bar and another socket, you could continue to use it for that. It's pretty handy nonetheless. But that and the little cheapo, I guess that's an advanced autocraft, and El Cheapo pliers. I keep all this stuff in my El Cheapo Stanley toolbox that fell all to pieces. So anyhow, we got that fixed. Now I have found some push pins. I'm going to go up under, there's a piece of plastic under the front that's loose. I'm going to put that in for us too on this video. Okay guys, here's that little plastic piece hanging down. When I was changing the oil the other day, put my fingers out of the way, and it goes in this little hole right here, right there. This hole here is kind of big, that hole there is kind of small. So it gets in there, and I keep some plastic push pins in the van. I have temporarily misplaced the new ones that I showed you the other day when I was putting the taillight in the Ram. I had that boxes of plastic push pins, and damn, I know what I do with them. Sucks getting old, guys. It just does. I have looked all over the place. I don't know what, and I looked in the usual places and they weren't there. So, you know, it makes you wonder sometimes when you start getting old, you set stuff down, forget about it, and then a week later you need it. And 4 months from now, I'll find it, and it'll be right in plain sight. But In the meantime, I got these used ones because when I was working on this van, I was always running into this kind of stuff. The dealers would want me to repair for them. So let's see if we can't get one of these in. Again, I don't have the tripod handy, so I'm going to cut you off and see if I can get one of these to go in. Be right back. Well, guys, that was crazy easy. It still moves around a little bit. Probably should have used the big push pin, but it's okay. I think it ain't gonna come out, I don't think. It's definitely got some flexibility. I think it was like that, but that's probably why it fell out. But anyway, got that fixed, so that's great. Alrighty. The next, like I said, the next major thing is going to be that electrical short. I have got to get that fixed. Then I'll move on to the fuel gauge. All right, this is going to conclude this video fixing up this old 03 Dodge Grand Caravan. We've made a few improvements on it today. Hope you guys enjoy this and fix up your later model cars, folks. We're not just about 60s and 70s on this channel. We're going to try to show you how to fix up some of your driveway relics that you drive every day. Keep them going, because times are tough out here, folks. They really are. We're in some crazy economic times, and I don't think it's going to get better for a while. All right, folks, Bob out. Hey guys, so we got a few more things fixed on the minivan, on our little $300 minivan. So we're moving right along. So in the next video, we're going to take it for a drive on a rainy day. So you guys will get to see that this thing actually does run quite well and drive quite well. So stay tuned for that, okay?